Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Sadie here. Today we're gonna be making chicken Alfredo. So I'm just getting my water together so I can have that boil. And I'm here washing my hands so that we can go ahead and start the process. Okay, so we have our chicken Alfredo, our chicken here on the side that is clean. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the lemon juice on it with some vinegar so we can give that a good wash. As you can see, I also have my bell peppers on the side, bell pepper, onion, garlic, and scallion. So I like to have that in my Alfredo. So let's get it. And we don't need too much of the vinegar because we already put the lemon juice on it. So, and you can use lime as well. For those who might not know, you can use lime as well, but I had lemon, so I'm using the lemon. So I'm just giving the chicken breast a good wash. You can use chicken thighs too if you're not a breast person. Some people use the chicken thigh that's deboned, so that doesn't have any bone in it. That's also something I use sometimes as well, but I just happen to have chicken breast on hand, so that's what I'm using. And you want to try your best to get all that water out of the chicken. You know, you could squeeze it, whatever you need to do to get all the water out, because you don't want, when you're cooking the chicken or frying the chicken, however you want to do your chicken, you don't want the pot to turn watery. I don't think it really matters anyway, but some people, they might not like that. So I'm going in with my season of choice. I had cayenne pepper, Maggi chicken season. I'm also going to use my season to the bone, complete season, and also black pepper. So my Maggi chicken season and my season to the bone comes from Jamaica. Anytime I go to Jamaica, I always buy a whole bunch of season. If you have watched my previous video, you would have known that. So that's where I get most of my seasonings. And we're adding our season. And I like a lot of flavors, so if you notice, I use a little bit of my favorite. You don't overdo it because you don't want it to be salty. If you use too much of each season, it can be salty, so you want to use a little bit of each. So now I'm using my spoon to do the stirring because I have the nails on, so I'm using the spoon to evenly distribute my season, and you want to make sure that your season is well distributed. And also, because I'm not using my hands where I can really press the season into the meat, if you notice, when I turn the spoon, I'm also pressing in the season into the meat so that we can make sure we get that flavor after it's cooked. So I'm now setting that aside so that I can go ahead and get my seasonings together. And also, let's make sure our water is ready. Okay, so our water is almost ready, so we're gonna go ahead and add that avocado oil. You want to add oil to the pot because you don't want your pasta to stick to the pot. So that's the purpose of pouring the oil into the pot. Also, some people add salt. I'm not sure I don't add salt. That's just too much salt. You don't need all that. So just the oil so that you can prevent the pasta from sticking. And my pasta of choice is the fettuccine pasta. That's what I'm using for my Alfredo. It's actually one of my favorites, but you could use whatever you want. They have the other thin one, the regular pasta. You could use that. Whatever pasta you want to use, you can use that. But this is what I chose to use for this video. And in the meantime, my pasta is cooking. I'm going to go ahead and get my seasonings together. And as you can see on the side, I have the heavy cream, the, what's it called? The butter, and the Kerrygold butter. It's a very good butter. I love that butter. And also my Colby Jack shredded cheese. So that's what I'll be using to make my sauce. So I'm just making sure my pasta is, you know, it's good in the pot. Sometimes it will stick together, so you want to use the fork to kind of break that up so it doesn't stick together after it's cooked. And I'm here getting my veggies together, washing it properly because we'll be eating that, so we want to make sure those are properly washed. And girl, look at me trying to cut this onion like that. I do not cut onions like that. I do not. This is how I cut onion for real, for real. In Jamaica, this is how I learned, and this is how I've always done it. So, hey. Yes. So we're getting our veggies together, and these are my favorite veggies that I like to add to my Alfredo. So that's what we're doing. So this is all my veggies together, all the ingredients that I'll be using in my Alfredo. And hey, normally I would mince my garlic up, but we have a little garlic helper, so we're gonna use her. Okay, we're gonna use her. So our pasta is ready, and I am getting that together. If y'all don't have one of these over your sink in the kitchen, you need to get you one. They are so helpful. They come in so handy, because normally when you drain your pasta, you don't want to put the thing in the sink, you know, so it comes in very handy. So I'm getting my pot together for this chicken breast, and hey, big up to my husband for my caraway pot set. Okay, these pots are so amazing. He knew I had my eyes on them, and so he got me the set for my birthday, and I am so appreciative. So if y'all don't have one of those, think about getting one, because it's so easy to use, it's easy to clean, nothing sticks. Not saying they don't have non-stick pots, but this doesn't have all that harmful stuff that the other ones have. So yeah. So here I am adding my chicken breast, making sure they're evenly distributed in the pot so that they can cook evenly. We don't want some cooked, some not cooked, you know, so we want to make sure that that's done properly and it's distributed evenly in the pot. Okay, so The chicken breast was turned earlier, I just didn't show that. So now it's almost done cooking and I'm adding my veggies to the pot. So I don't like it too soft or too crunchy. I like it in between. So I'm just going to give that a little, a little stir, and then I'm going to cover the pot so that we can have it cook for a while. And while that is being cooked, I'm going to go ahead and start on my pasta sauce. So I'm here adding my heavy cream. Yes, my heavy cream, and I'm gonna go in with the same seasonings that I use on the chicken breast. So I like flavor in my food, and so I'm gonna add my seasonings, okay? Because we only added seasoning to the chicken. It's not going to give you any flavor at all. You'll taste a little bit of something, but it's gonna taste very blunt. So I like to add seasoning, so I'm adding that to my pasta sauce, and I'm still going in with the same seasonings that I use on the chicken breast. And I'm also gonna add some all-purpose chicken seasoning, and that I also bought in Jamaica as well. So hey, if you have a friend who lives there, or if you have someone who you know from their family, whatever, when you go to Jamaica, make sure you get you some of those seasonings, or have your family send you some, or when they're coming to the States, they bring you some. Okay, so I'm also going in here with my Colby Jack shredded cheese. It is my favorite cheese. I don't really use any other cheese. Whenever I'm doing anything pasta based, I always use this cheese. So as you can see, it's bubbling. If you want, you can go ahead and stir it so that the cheese melts completely. Or like I'm doing, or I'm about to do right now, I'm going to add my pasta to it. So you can do it either or, whichever way you choose. So you can go ahead and add it either before or after. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a good stir, because I want to make sure that the sauce is distributed evenly through the pasta. You don't want to be eating your pasta and some part of it have sauce, some part of it have cheese, and some don't. And now I'm going in with my chicken and my veggies, and I'm going to also give that a good stir so that it can be distributedly even throughout the pasta as well. And I totally forgot to show you guys a video of the meal in the plate. I forgot, forgive me, okay? So if you look right now, you see that creaminess in the pasta. That is my favorite. Okay, and as you can see, the dishes were cleaned. So that means that we enjoyed the meal. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Y'all take care.